See what is as it is and move on. Buddha, an enlightened master, used the word tathata, seeing what is as it is. It is seeing what is there as it is, without any judgment. But most of the time we see things only through our worry. When we see everything as it is, there is only joy. And when there is joy, no thoughts get recorded in you. There are only empty spaces. That is why when you are joyful, you feel light, because nothing gets recorded. When you see everything through worry, more thoughts get recorded in you and you feel heavy. There is a common saying, we don't see things as they are. We see things as we are. If you feel there is something wrong with what you are seeing, then you should look back in at yourself, because what you see outside is only a reflection of what is inside you. If you feel pure love inside, then you see only pure love outside. It always has to do with you, not with what you are seeing. How can you keep thoughts away from what truly is? How can you enjoy each moment all the time? Try this small technique. When you see something, for example a person, or a situation, or a book, or anything, normally old thoughts and familiar reactions immediately rise in you. Bring in the awareness that these conditioned thoughts and memories cloud your judgment and visualize shattering those thoughts. Next, see the situation, or person, or object now with a fresh eye, as though you are seeing it for the first time. Suddenly you see how much you missed, because of your own worry and thoughts. Even when you see your husband, wife, brother, or anyone, look at them as though you are seeing them for the first time. Suddenly, you realize that not only does worry not arise, but also that you start seeing everyone alike, whether they are strangers or familiar to you. That is the right way. No one is familiar or unchanging. Even your wife is not known to you. Everyone is constantly changing every moment along with existence. Only your mind is trying to make them appear to be permanent. Once you start seeing what is as it is, all your energy will integrate within you. There is no more worry, no more conflict. Worry arises because your thoughts resist what you see. Once the conflict disappears, all the energy invested in worry is released for you to integrate. Someone asked J. Krishnamurti, the famous Indian philosopher, how to fall in tune with what is. He beautifully says, just don't name it. You will find you are in tune with it. Usually, when we see something, we either try to identify with it or we try to condemn it. For example, if you are told you are arrogant, you either accept it or you try not to be arrogant. You never understand or go beyond arrogance. You can only understand within your frame of reference what you are familiar with. Because of this, you are caught in a limited view of possibilities. To really understand, you need to go beyond this limited point of view. To do that, you have to stop naming it arrogance. That's all. There will be no more arrogance. Only by naming it, you start the conflict. That is how you see what is by not naming it. One man got onto a bus and sat down next to a young man. He could see that the man was a hippie. He was wearing only one shoe. He asked him, "You have lost one shoe." The young man replied, "No, I have found one shoe." Stop naming any situation, person or thing. Just see, that's all. Don't give room for condemning or accepting thoughts. Initially there's a compulsion to pass judgment on anything that you see because that is your habit. But when you experience the great energy released in you by seeing what is, you want to remain that way, free from thoughts, worry, and suffering. When you see what is as it is, you are in heaven. When you want to see what you want to see, you are in hell. If you understand that everything is auspiciousness, you will drop expectation and see things as they are, because everything is auspiciousness. A small story. One disciple kept asking the master, "Master, where is paradise?" Finally one day, the master asked him, "Do you really want to know?" The disciple sat up and said, "Yes." The master said, "All right, my first disciple Himachandra is in paradise." After saying these words, the master closed his eyes and went into meditation. The disciple knew it would be a long time before the master opened his eyes. So, he went and asked some of the disciples if they knew where Hemachandra lived. No one seemed to know. Finally, one disciple said, "I know how to guide you there, but I have never been there myself. It is in a deep valley beyond a range of ice-covered mountains." The disciple wrote down the directions carefully and went back to the master. He told him, "Master, I wish to pay a visit to Hemachandra." The master was absorbed deeply in some work. Without even looking up, he said, "Go ahead." The disciple started on his journey. He walked for many days, passing through sun, rain, snow, and whatnot. He became exhausted, on the verge of death. It took him 100 days to reach the valley. When he finally reached it, he looked at the valley and thought, "This valley doesn't look all that great. I have seen many more beautiful valleys. Why did the master call this paradise?" He looked around and walked further and finally found Hemachandra's hut. Hemachandra was very pleased to see him. He served him food and asked how the master and other disciples were doing. All along, the disciple was thinking to himself, "Master called this place paradise. I can't believe it." After a week-long stay, he left and returned to his master. It took him another 100 days to return home. He went straight to the master and stated, "You said that the place is paradise. But what I saw was the most ordinary place ever." The master said, "Oh God, at the time of your inquiry, had you been more explicit about your intention, I would have told you the truth." The disciple asked, "What is the truth?" The master replied, "Hemachandra is not in paradise. Paradise is in him. When you live close to existence, without any expectation, seeing what is as it is and finding the blessings in it, you will carry heaven in you. Heaven is not geographical, it is psychological. It is not physical, it is mental. If you decide, you can be in heaven right now." Many people get worried about what they see in their dreams and come to me for interpretations. I tell them that we are unable to even accept what happens in reality. Then why bother about what happens in our dreams? One day, a man dreamt a strange dream and became very curious to know what the dream meant. He went to his master, told him about the dream and asked for an explanation. The master told him, "Come to me with dreams that come to you in your wakeful state. We will work them out. The dreams of your sleep belong neither to my wisdom, nor to your imagination. If you are still worried about your dreams, you should know that dreams tell you about the state of your mind during the day. Learn from your dreams and think how to transform the mind during the daytime. For example, if you think too much about lust when you are awake, your dreams will be lustful. If you worry too much about passing with high grades, you will write exams in your dreams. If you worry too much about relationships, you will fight with someone in your dream. So wake up to what your dreams indicate to you. There is nothing more to interpret from your dreams. Wake up and see what is as it is. Living Enlightenment, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam.